Fairport community has affinity for Fairport schools. There's a palpable spirit that is alive and well. And we are excited to bring Fairport Forward to our community and our students and our staff so we can meet our community's expectations.
Our whole facility project and area is to make sure that they're modern and adapt to the way the world has adapted, the way the world has evolved. And we need to make sure our long-term trajectory keeps that in mind.
We know that transitions make a difference. Our Board of Education made that a priority as they were developing the 2019 project as we were preparing the high school to get ready for the 9th graders coming over to Fairport High School.
In terms of the educational side, we had to think of it from a student perspective, what is best. And one of those things is you need to minimize the number of transitions. And this becomes, in some ways, an unnecessary transition. And we do want to bring them up where they have the examples of the upperclassmen showing them what it's like to be in high school.
Another part of it is they don't have the same access to elective offerings. Anything from a multicultural viewpoints class to a NASA class, which is kind of like one of very few in the country that has a NASA Hunch program. Things like that our kids have to wait to have access to until they get to the high school.
To be able to have kids 9, 12 in one building, if you didn't take a class in 9th grade but it interests you in 10th or 11th, we're all in one building and we're able to do that. It just opens the doors too in terms of art sequencing and technology sequencing. The students really aren't locked into a path of I have to take this in 9th grade if I want to take these courses in 10, 12.
It'll be very different, having a whole other, close to 400 kids coming in. A lot more friends though, and I'm excited for future generations to get that experience.
Introducing new technology into old spaces is problematic. Our art classrooms need to be renovated. We still have an old-fashioned darkroom, for example, that's not used in terms of, when we transfer into areas of digital photography, and we have those classes and we have that type of technology, but it lives in an old space. With regards to our technology classrooms, we still have the need for a wood shop and an auto shop, but we also offer classes in robotics and electronics and DDP and things like that.
When you talk about the overlap between science and math and art and technology, our science classes are constantly using our technology rooms for the 3D printers and equipment that we wouldn't have needed 10 years ago in a science classroom. Our art courses are using computer-based technologies to create media that, again, we wouldn't have thought we needed in the past. So having multidisciplinary rooms really benefits the whole STEAM.
Some of those spaces are only designed to hold 15 to 20 students, and we have over 1,300 students now, and we'll have over 1,700 when the 9th graders come. And so being able to offer, those classes to as many students as possible in a safe way is a big part of that, moving forward.
The library, how does that change in 3, 5, 7 years? Technology changes so fast. Does the library need to be updated? At what frequency? Our librarians keep our materials modern, and the materials in the format that material comes in. Textbooks may not be necessarily the way that we disseminate information.
I feel like the library, when everything changes, a lot of kids are going to want to come here more because it looks nicer and they're going to value it more.
The outdoor track program benefits the largest population of our students, and those student athletes are placed in the back of the high school.
It's going to help at least 120 kids who were on the varsity team last year in JV, in addition to having modified access to it and community members.
The biggest, setbacks with the track is just the amount of lanes it has, and it also is a little rougher to run on than other tracks. And also, my parents would love having bleachers.
We're going to be able to be in a position where we can provide an opportunity for them to compete in a proper manner that's going to be up to date with National Federation High School specifications, Section 5. We can host bigger events and really create opportunities for student athletes.
Our music suites, some of them haven't been updated in 50 years. It's an opportunity to reimagine our music spaces and moving into areas like, sound engineering and things like that.
I'm a very strong believer that Fairport has one of the best programs for music in the area, and our facilities are just not matching it. I mean, the practice rooms, they're old and dingy, there's writing all over the walls, there's holes, and the band room is just super old too and outdated, and there's levels, there's risers in it, and that just makes it hard to do other ensembles. We don't have these facilities, so we don't get as many opportunities. But I think with those facilities, our students are really going to flourish.